What's going on, guys? TBF Gaming. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Satisfactory. Jumping into episode 2, we're about to get some more things done. We've got power issues as usual early on. Early game, completely normal to have a little bit of power issues because you're working off of just a couple small generators and you're having to run around and collect leaves like a madman. We have been doing that for a little while before the episode started. I'm almost to 1,000 now, so we're doing pretty good. So in the last episode, we got ourselves our copper production and our iron production started. Not a lot going with those. We're going to get a little bit further today. Today we're going to add our limestone production. So that will give us the concrete action. So let's go ahead and pick up this miner right here. Like this, like that. Grab that. Pick up the miner. Bam. Got it. There you go. Winning everywhere. And then we'll go with the, as soon as I can remember where it's at, production miner. Bam. Alright. I'm going to place it that way. I've already run conveyor belt all the way out here. I haven't run power yet. We're going to do that real quick together while we're talking about the beginning of the episode here. There we go. Nice. Awesome. 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 We're going to go ahead, and because we're not going to be coming out here too much longer, we're going to go ahead and pick up our equipment bench. And we shouldn't have to come out here very soon. Eventually, we're going to have to go over there for some oil and other stuff that we got to work on in that direction. But that's later. That's later. Let's keep grabbing leaves on our way back here, and we can ride the conveyor belt back if we want to, but I do want to grab a bunch of leaves first. Make sure we are good to go for our power when we get back. We could probably run the power lines too. Let me see how we're doing power line wise. Power line, let's go like this. So, oh, can I not get? There you go. So from there, let's stretch these as far as we can, and we shouldn't really have to go very far, honestly. Let's go like that, and then we'll go from that one to that one. That gives us power out there. We're gonna have power. We're gonna have limestone really quickly today. But if you guys don't know, this is Satisfactory. Super amazing game over on the Epic store. I know it's coming to Steam very soon. If you guys want to go check it out on Epic and you guys want to purchase it there, we do have a creator code, TBF Gaming. Definitely search for it. It gives us a few pennies if you guys decide to buy the game. Definitely helps us out. But yeah, this is an amazing game. Even whether you do it through my code or not, this game is worth playing. One of my favorite games. It doesn't always do well on YouTube video likes and comments, but definitely if you guys want to do me a favor, give it a like. Let me know you want to see more of this Satisfactory content. We're going to do some automation stuff today and get through a few things and hopefully play this for a little while and kind of check it out. So right now we are struggling for power. Power is a constant problem. We do have production lines going for copper and for iron, and then we've got smelters from there that turn it into the iron and the copper ingot. So that turns it into ingot, and then if you look on here, normally there would be a bunch of ingot, but I did just grab a bunch of it, so right now there's not any. And then early game, you only have a couple generators on the back of your main little home station here, and you come here, and we're going to throw some more leaves into that one, and then we're going to throw some flowers into there. You can see there was a short because it didn't have enough power production with just one. Turn it back on. All right, is it good? Now we have capacity 40. We're using about 23, and that should start up that miner way back that we just created and connected, and then we should see iron and copper all flowing back in right now. And we should see that here in just a little bit. Now while that's going, we want to go ahead and start working on our next milestones. So we can grab a bunch of this stuff that we've already grabbed and go into here. I need 150 iron plates. We need, oh, hold on, let's get rid of this to-do list over here. I need 150 iron plates, 150 rods, and 300 of the copper wiring. So we can work on this manually, which is what we're going to do early on. Here in a little bit, we're going to get production going to where we won't have to do any of this manually at all. So let's go ahead and get some of these plates made up. We've already got 60 of them. I just need 150, so it won't take too long to do this. And like we said, definitely hit the like button on this one if you guys want to see more of this content. Satisfactory is a really cool game, and I'm hoping that more people check it out. It's got a cool community. There's a couple really good YouTubers that do long-term series on this. I Am Kisbit, John Bain, some other ones like that do a really good job on it. Really cool game. Definitely worth checking out. But anyways, just trying to plug the game as much as possible because this game is a lot of fun. Even though it doesn't seem like I'm just sitting here holding the button, once you start getting into some of the automation stuff, it's just a lot of fun to see your work come out at the end. There we go. There's 150 of the plates, and I'll skip through a lot of this so you guys don't have to sit through all the little monotonous stuff with us. We'll kind of skip through as much as we can. Alright, so copper wiring is going to be the one thing we got to work on quite a bit. Iron rods, I just need 32 more of those, and then we're good there. So that'll come out really quickly. And then the copper wiring will take me just a second, but it crafts pretty quickly. So I think, let's see, 32 of that, we're good. And then this one, I need 200 and some odd wiring there. So let me fast forward through this real quick. All right, there we go. That's enough to complete this milestone. So let's go ahead and put the rest of the copper on there, the rest of the copper and the iron rods on there. Hit the button. Watch the thing go up, and we've unlocked a couple new things.
Milestone
There you go.
reached.
Watch it go.
Conveyor belts
Yeah,
can now
new
merge,
buildings,
split, and
player
lift to
upgraded.
increase the
Let's see what we
complexity
got
and
now. So I should
efficiency
have
of your
more
factory.
inventory space.
We
Very
encourage
nice.
you to
And
consider
then now
more
we can make
verticality when it comes
ourselves.
to
What do we get
factory
new here?
logistics to streamline
Did we get
short-range
anything new from that one?
transportation.
We got
The
a conveyor
productivity
lift.
display
That's
will help
awesome.
you measure
Conveyor
and improve
splitter
the
and conveyor
productivity of
merger. Those are
individual
awesome.
buildings.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Let's shut her down. Hopefully you guys can still hear me over that. All right. So that flies up there, and then we wait for it to get back. When it gets back, we can move on to our next tier, which is select milestone, tier 1, field research. So field research, we got to work on some screws, some plates, and some wire. But you know what? I don't want to make that on my own. So we are going to work on the next tier of production stuff. Now the big limiting factor here, as usual, is going to be power, because right now, see, it's just burning through the leaves, it's burning through the flower petals, and we're going to consistently be short in this area. And we can only have 40 megawatts of power, so it's not going to be too intense. Has the limestone gotten here, or did I not set it up correctly? It's coming. Look at that. Limestone's coming. So here in a minute, we'll have enough to make a whole bunch of concrete, and I'll be able to do tons of foundations, and that'll be amazing. Can I make a few right now? Foundations. Let's see what we can get done. I want to work on at least one constructor for each one of these lines. And now later on, we're going to have to separate these lines and get really intense with the amount of stuff that we make up here. But that's later. Let's go like that. There we go. Alright, so off of this, I want to do a couple constructors. So we kind of talked about this before. Now that we have this little splitter thing, let me look at this. We have these little mergers and splitters. Where are they at? Foundations, logistics. The splitters and the mergers, we're going to make a couple of those. So I want to make at least 1 or 2 splitters, because we need to make all the stuff for the iron. So I want to make at least these first 2. Iron plates, iron rods. So we're going to work on those 2. So I need 2 of these things that are called constructors, 1 and 2. Alright, one of the big things I need there is reinforced iron plate. We can hand jam that real quick. Later on we'll get it automated. It's right here. Reinforced iron plate takes 6 of the iron plates and 12 of the screws. So we can work on that real quick. Oh, wait, let's grab a little bit more iron. Go over here, grab some iron ingot. Alright, like that. Bam, iron ingot. And then that should hopefully give us enough to get through this. So we'll go iron plate. I just need a little bit of that, but we'll have to go through these steps real quick. Alright, iron plate. Make some of the iron screw or iron rods so I can make more of the screws. And then for this we need 12 screws. So let me see how many this makes per. 4 per. So it's going to go pretty quickly. I just need 2 of the reinforced iron plates like that. There we go. Awesome. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I need 4. My bad. Okay, let's make a few more. I need 4 of the. It's 2 per constructor. The constructor takes the ingots and turns it into whatever specific resource you're working on. So it's really not too bad. Once you start getting into it, like I said, it seems a little confusing at first. A lot of people when they first started up are a little lost, but it's really not too bad. What else do we need here? I need more of the plates. No, more of the screws. Okay. No. Yeah, plates. My bad. We got a little confused there. Get some more plates going. There we go. Get some more plates. There we go. You see this thing coming back in? Check it out. The animations in this game are absolutely top-notch. Love them. They do such a good job in this game. And they've got some an art director that's got some really cool stuff coming up for the game as well. So what I want to do here is, because I don't have a lot of room going out this way, we're going to split the factory off this way a little bit. So we're going to work on a couple foundations this way, which of course we can't afford. So we're going to have to come over here and hope that there's enough limestone. There we go. Yeah, already working on the limestone. Perfect. And then we can turn that into concrete. There we go. Like this. Oh, wrong side. We'll turn this one into concrete. And then we'll be able to make a few more foundations. And then we'll throw down these 2 constructors. And then we have our first steps of the iron production line to turn those into plates and rods. And it just makes it a little bit easier. And then eventually, something you want to do in this game is go AFK for a while and kind of let the factory work and build up its resources, and then that kind of makes it a little bit easier. So a lot of times what I'll do is, if I'm going to go eat lunch or something like that, I'll let the game run. Even back in the day when I first played it, I would let it run overnight and just let it kind of run. Let's finish. We'll finish out this whole set. But I would let it run overnight, and then I would come back and I would have Just tons of resources. Now you have to make sure that your power production is good to go before you do that. Obviously we have not done that yet. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's add a couple of these over here. And eventually I will turn these foundations to where it's not just these floating foundations. I mean, it's not really once it hits the side over here. You see it kind of starts running into the sand, and then it's kind of like it's okay. There we go. Alright, so from here, I want to add these things called splitters. Organization, foundation, logistics. Here we go. Splitter. And we want to run this out from here. You can see the arrows on it. There's a little orange arrow that tells you where the input is. We want it on that side. And we want to just come out to, like, I don't know, here-ish, right? And then we'll base our constructor off of that. And you don't have to go that far with that. That's just how we're doing it for right now. Alright, so from that, we're going to go into our first constructor. Alright? You can see once again it's got the input thing. If you want it to snap to the point, I think it's the control button. Snaps it to the point. And bam. There we go. There's the first one. And there's the second one. Alright. So now it's going into there. You don't have to do a second splitter. You can just run it straight in. It does run a little funny. So what I like to do is I go like this. I line it up like that. And then over 2. So I go out and over 2. And it gives you that perfect 90-degree angle. I don't know. I like that a lot better. It looks much, much better. Oh, we're out of stuff. Okay. And then we'll get this ran here in just a second. And then we'll have our iron production just rolling. Alright. What is that I needed? I don't even remember what we were working on. Oh, plates. Okay. Alright. Iron plates. Get a bunch of these going. And then once this is crafted, I won't have to do this anymore. We won't have to hand jam for iron plates anymore. And that's just one more step out of the way for these kind of things. It helps out a lot. Alright. A couple hundred of these. And then everything that we're working on early game is going to eventually get demolished way later on. I mean, we could definitely do this with some forward thinking, but we're kind of trying to play this as if we're playing it for the first time, even though we've played it many, many hours. Alright, there you go. The iron plating, ready to go. So now we go from here to there, here to there, and here to there. There you go. And if it's working correctly, the iron ingots will flow into here, and then they'll split off 1 to 1 through this, and then go to the constructor, which can then take in 100 of whatever ingot it is, and then it will make this one do an iron plate. So that one's going to go 3 iron ingots to make 1 iron plate, and then this one over here will make into iron rods, which will take 1 iron ingot to 1 iron rod, makes 15 per minute, and this one makes 20 per minute. But this one requires a little more input. There you go. That kind of explains how that works. And then we'll do storages off of that for each one of those supplies. And that's just kind of how it keeps going. We just keep adding to this. So let's go ahead and add a couple more foundations. There we go. Alright. And like I said, I'll make a little more sense later on. For right now, we're just trying to get the stuff added so we'll be good for the initial production. And we're going to be out of power in a minute too. I'm going to have to go hand jam some power stuff here in a second. Oh, look at all that limestone coming in. Yes. We should not have any more issues with concrete because it's all coming right to us now. There we go. We'll hand jam some more of this, and then once I get power running to these, I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, there you go. We got power running to this one. Power is going to be an issue still, but I did remember that we can make biomass. Biomass is something that helps out a lot. You can convert all these leaves into right here, biomass wood or biomass leaves. Helps out a lot, and definitely I think it runs a little better off of those. So we can take this wood and turn this into biomass. I think it runs longer. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it definitely helps out. It crafts pretty quickly. You can do stacks of 200, I think, and then you can throw that on the machine and it should last a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and work on a couple more biomass generators that we can do separate of this, as well as a constructor that will make this stuff for us automatically. But we're going to work on that as we go. There we go. Get that filled up. There we go. Much, much better. So that should last for a little bit longer. How are we doing production-wise? We're at 31 out of 40, so I can't add too much. But we definitely want to add some, what is this, the constructor for the copper side, or we're going to have to get some better power stuff. I also want to go ahead and demolish this and move it, and we want to work on the next milestones as well. But now we should start seeing a bunch of these iron plates come through, and then eventually we'll have enough to start getting rid of these different milestones. But I want to do the same thing as this on the opposite side. We just don't have the power for it. So it's time to make a couple of our own separate biomass generators. So let's go ahead and get some more foundations down. That's what we're working on right now. There you go. Like I said, this is about to move over here in a minute. But for right now, we're going to do a couple generators right here on the end. Alright. So I think I need... Looks like I need iron plates. We should have some ready already. There we go. And some iron rods. I have to grab some of this. Grab like 100 of that. Should be able to make enough rods. And then we can make our own biomass burners. And I've got enough queued up to make 4 of them is what we're working on. Although I guess we don't necessarily need 4. We'll probably do just 2 of them to add in right now. Because I just don't have enough power to... Or I don't have enough production to power any more than that. Eventually you need a bunch of these. And then eventually after that, you'll move on to... What was after the coal mines. And then that makes it pretty big because you can automate that. And that provides a lot more power. So that's something we'll work on here in a little while. Alright, let's go power, biomass burner. I don't remember how big these are. I can place it all the way to the end. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to get off the edge over here. There we go. Right there. Alright, and then we'll line this one up right next to it. These ones you have to feed manually, so I try not to add too many of these before we get into coal. Hopefully I don't have to worry about these too long. But you have to feed them manually, so they are a little bit of a pain. But what I like to do is make our own production line down here of the power stuff. So what we can do is make another... Let's clear that. Let's go with production, constructor. We'll work on another constructor to put down here that makes just the biomass. But we need 2 of them, honestly. And that's pretty expensive. I don't know if I like that idea. Let's not do that just yet. Let's not worry about power just yet. Let's get some power to that. And some power to... Oh, where's my other biomass? Was that it? Okay, and then you're going to get that. We're not going to run them just yet. You're not running yet, right? Okay, cool. Not running off of it until we need it. Let's work on another set of constructors for the copper line right here. So I'll work on 2 constructors for that. And that's going to add how much more power? 8 more power total. So we'll definitely need those 2 in order to run that. And then I'll need 1 more constructor for the limestone as well. So let's work on that. And then we're going to start working through this field research one. But let me get the stuff crafted up for 2 more constructors, or 3 more constructors, excuse me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this first constructor here. I know it doesn't really line up with the way that we're doing the factory real quick. But this is just to get the production going for concrete. Alright, hopefully this will connect here. There we go. And then all the limestone is going to go into here to make concrete. And that way we'll have a really good collection of that so I can start doing a bunch of foundations. And then we'll do another storage, logistics, no, organization, storage. We'll line this up again. Alright, like that. And we'll shift that back over there. There we go. And this is going to become... Yeah, there we go. Alright, and I should have 1 more connection off of this power line. I do not. Okay. Dang, there's too many coming off of that one. So we'll have to go... Another power pole. And then we'll go from here to there. Here to there. Hopefully not everything breaks. And we should start seeing concrete. There we go. That's going to help out a lot because we're keep running short on concrete. And now we will have to make it ourselves. So I'm going to go grab a bunch of leaves while this is doing its thing. Let's go ahead and grab all of this. Where's our limestone? Right here. Limestone, 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 limestone. Alright, give me a few minutes to run around and grab leaves while this is doing its thing. So we'll have some more concrete when we get back. And then we'll make our other constructors. Alright, so since the way these dunes are working, we're stacking a few foundations so it's up a little bit higher. Alright, let's do our same thing on this side for the copper production. We're going to make ourselves a... We're going to need the splitters. Let me see here. Organization. No, you know what? Let's do... I'm trying to think how we want to do this first. I think we'll just go ahead and do the constructor because I think I can snap it off of those guys. Yeah, we can. Alright, so we're going to go like that. I kind of want to place it as close to the end as possible. Alright, I think that's good. Let's check it out. Alright, that works for me. And then we'll go another one right next to it. There we go. And that should be... Oh, man, that falls off the edge. I'm okay with it because I don't want to take down this storage over here. This one is good as it is because it's just making our concrete. Then this one will be our inputs from the copper. I guess we could have brought it back some. We'll worry about that later. Alright, so for these ones, one of these will make copper wire. Alright, and then what will the other one make? The other one will make... Oh, no, I forgot we have to go from wire to cable. So I really only need one from the copper side. So let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of most of these foundations because I just need one. Didn't realize we only needed one. Alright. So I think because of that, we're going to bring it over on the other side because we'll put all of our tier 1 resources together. So I'm going to go right here. Constructor. Line it up. And this will be our tier 1 copper stuff. Alright. And we'll go organization, storage. Make sure it lines up like that. Oh, is that not? Oh, did I put it backwards? Hold on. My bad. Alright. Flip it. What am I doing wrong here? Hold on. I'm doing something wrong. Wait, let's see. Did I put this backwards? I think I did. Let's try that again. Production, constructor. The input's on this side. And then storage. Alright, line it up with both those. Input is on this side. There we go. I'm not sure what I did wrong. This must have been backwards. Alright, and then we'll bring our copper line down here. Alright, so for that, we're going to go like this. Foundation. And then once I get this started, we'll let it run for a little bit, and then I'll bring you guys back once we have a little bit of production going. Alright, so let's get it right here, and then over to... So that should give me that 90-degree angle. Oh, I need more supplies. Hold on. I need some plates. You got plates for me? Should have some plates ready to go. Oh, man. Automation's awesome. So that way I don't have to sit there and go hand jam those anymore. Alright. Now, go from there to there. Look good? That looks good. And then from there all the way to there. So this will bring this first set of copper stuff, which is starting to look pretty good. That's our concrete. We'll go ahead and grab that. Looking good on the concrete front. Alright. This will come down to here. We'll need some more power down here. We're going to add another power pole. And then connect that. And that. Hopefully we didn't break everything. And this will get turned into our first set of copper wire. There we go. Copper wire production has begun. Let's see how our power is doing. We are at 40 capacity, 35 production. Oh, 39. Ouch, it is close. Let's go make some more biomass, make sure these are going, and we're going to have to go ahead and get one of these 2 generators linked into the system here. So let's do this. Let's go make sure you guys are good. 104, 119, okay. Want to make some more biomass? We're going to connect in this other generator, and then we just play the waiting game for a little bit. Alright, let's make a bunch of biomass, and then we'll connect in this generator. It should be good. In fact, I think we don't really need too much, because I think we already have these ones full. Alright, so we just do this like that. I'm only going to connect one for now. And there you go, it's been added to the grid. So there you go, that one's full. That one is now full, and that one is now full. Alright, we got power to go for a little while, and we now have 70 megawatts of capacity. So we're good. We can start adding a couple more things now. We're good to go. We've got iron plate production, we have iron rod production, and we have copper wire production. So there's all of our tier 1 stuff, and then we'll have to start working on a production line for the tier 2 stuff, which is the screws. Oh, let me look at it so I don't lie to you. So which is not the rods, the screws, because rods go into screws, and then the cables because wire goes into cable. So that would be our tier 2 stuff that we're going to work on. I don't know if the tier 2 is the right term for it, but that's kind of what we're thinking when we think about it. All right, let me go kind of let this run for a few minutes, and I'll be back. All right, it is dark out. Hopefully you guys can see okay. We kind of just did want to show you this too. Look how blue it is out here. It looks really cool along the dunes. Now eventually we're going to have to venture out into the world. I know you guys, if you guys are getting a little bored of just this gameplay back in the same spot, you do have to venture out and do a little bit of exploring. There's some cool stuff that you can get into, especially as our factory starts to grow. We're going to have to go all over the place to look for different materials, and you can see up there's a green slug. We have to start going for those things. All kind of stuff that we have to really get into. But let's see, we have enough now to do this tier if there's enough of the iron plates, which there is. Bam. So here we go. Another research milestone about to be done. Go here, grab it, and grab it. Hit the button. Hit the button. Love it. Also, you'll notice we moved our thing onto the foundations. We just broke it down and redid it here. So we got new buildings and new equipment. Let's see what we got. Q. So we now can make the MAM, the molecular machine. Oh wow, words. The gosh dang. All right, I would edit all this out, but this is just how we are. We can't pronounce things. The molecular analysis machine is used to break down matter for analysis. R&D will assist and pioneers through the MAM to turn any valuable data into research options. So we'll definitely get into that. You have to do that in this to unlock certain things that used to be unlockable normal. You have to go through the MAM to unlock them. Same as here in a little bit, we're going to get the space elevator, and then a little bit later we get a little ticket hub. I can't think what it's called. The hub. I don't even know what it's called. All right, what else do we get? Anything else new? Organization. Now we have personal storage box. Excellent. All right, and walls. We've got walls. Very cool. All right, there you go. Slowly unlocking things. And the next tier that we're going to work on, oh, wrong side, is going to be, is that it for tier 1? Oh, it is. We're on tier 2 now. We have part assembly, which is going to unlock the assembler, copper sheets, rotors, frames, obstacle clearing, which gives us chainsaw. We might do that because that chainsaw does help out a little bit. Helps us get some biofuel pretty quickly. Jump pad, those are a lot of fun, but we don't need them just yet. Awesome sink, that one's the one that gives you the tickets. And the awesome shop, you spend those tickets. We'll talk about that later once we get there. And logistics level 2, MK belts, which we're not quite ready for. So I think we'll probably just stick with, I think we're going to go with this one. And it's not too bad. It's pretty affordable. We could almost do some of it as soon as that thing comes back here in about a minute and some change. But yeah, let me continue to work on this. The iron plate production is doing great. The iron rod production is doing great. And the copper wiring is doing well as well. So there you go. Those are all coming in nicely. The concrete's doing its thing over here. Now we need to start adding the next tiered stuff. So I'll do another little branch on all of this, where we'll start making the next stuff that we can in here. I don't think there's anything else in here we need to make, right? You can make cables on here. That's right. So we'll have to add another constructor to make cable and another one to make screws. And after that, we'll have to move into other machines. We can also go ahead and get 2 more of these made for our biomass production. That might be a good idea soon. Let me see how we're doing power-wise. We're doing okay right now, but I think it would be a good idea to go ahead and get 2 of these constructors made up for this. So let me work on that. We're going to work on some unlimited power, and then we'll kind of move from there. Alright, so here we go. This is just for the power side of things. We're going to make 2 of the constructors here. Slide over as much as we can. Okay, good. It'll fit. Perfect. Just like we planned. Not really. Alright, so 2 of the constructors. And then we'll have, I think, 2 storages right next to this. So organization, no, not personal storage. Hold on. Storage container. Of course, I can't make it. We need 2 storage containers. I need some more iron rods. We have those. Nice. No more making that. Grab that. And grab that. Alright, so we'll make some storage. Alright, like that. And then what I'll do with these, I'll show you in just a second. One of these will be for wood, and one of them will be for leaves. So I'll put leaves on one, and then we'll put wood, if I have any, on the other one. Alright, go ahead and connect it. Oh, it's not lined up very well. Come on, try this again. Okay. Right there. Is it really that close? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, it's fine. Alright, connect that, connect that. So this one will be biomass wood. This one will be biomass leaves. Alright. And then it'll feed that in there, and then on the opposite side, it'll bring out the biomass. And then I can combine this together through a splitter. So what I can do is, can we make a, or not, I'm sorry, a merger. We'll go like this, merger. Alright, we want the output going this way. So I think, let me see, 1, 2. So I kind of wanted to make sure it's lined up correctly. So let's do this. Let's go like this. Alright. I'm going to go like this. 1, 2. like this. Make sure it's lined up. 1, 2. Alright. And then we'll go like that. Like that. And then I think it'll fit in the beginning. If not, I'll have to get rid of those little things. Alright, the output facing us. And then can I connect that without it being a problem? I can't, okay. So that's a problem. That's fine. We can do it the opposite way. We can go like this. 1, 2. And then it'll be the same thing. So like that. Like that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Do it the opposite way. Alright, like that. And like that. Alright, and then this will go into its own separate storage. Like this. Okay, get it a little closer. There we go. And then biomass will be right there. Alright, and then here quickly we'll have a nice little bit of biomass, but I need to go gather some more wood and some more, what is it, wood and leaves. So let me do that real quick after we unlock this milestone. I think we are close to it. How far are we? No, we need screws. Okay, let me go gather just real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so I went out and gathered a decent amount of wood and leaves. We're going to add these over here so we can get into a little bit more power and kind of keep our power a little more steady. So like I said, on this one, let me make sure I do this the right one. So this one is for leaves. So on this side, we place all of our leaves like that. And on this side, we place all of the wood like that. I think that's enough there. Sort it, make sure everything's good. And then we just need to add power to these guys. So let's go power right here. All right, connect you, connect you. And then let's get you into the grid right there. Alright, so that'll get those going into the grid, and you'll see the biomass start coming out of both of them, combine into that other one, right? Hopefully. Slowly making up. There we go. Should see it come out, maybe, possibly. There it is. There we go. So on this side, it doesn't take as much wood to make it. And then this will slowly start filling up with a whole bunch of the biomass. So as we continue to bring it back, we'll have a bunch of biomass to throw on our generators, and then we'll keep these running for a lot longer. So that'll help out a little bit production-wise. I think we're probably going to stop there. We got quite a bit of done today. We've got a few different production lines going. I've got the copper wires. We need to start working on tier 2 next. I want to let these supplies kind of build up, so we'll be ready for the next tier. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment down below. Definitely go check out Satisfactory, our Epic Store gaming name, TBF Gaming. Obviously, add that if you guys are able to buy the game. Definitely helps us out a lot. Just watching the video helps us out. So if you guys took the time to watch this, thank you so much.